PM to approach PPP in last-ditch effort to sway stance on delimitation bill. Despite hectic efforts to bring the Pakistan People's Party around this issue of the passage of the delimitations bill, it appears that the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz has been unable to make a breakthrough, increasing fears that the caretaker set-up may extend beyond its constitutional limit of 90 days. Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi is expected to make one final attempt to reach out to the PPP regarding the delimitation bill by contacting Sindh Chief Minister Murad Ali Shah on Tuesday, ahead of the bill's presentations in the Senate's ongoing session. Work on 3 CPEC projects halted till China's approval, says Planning Minister. China has halted the release of funds for the 3 projects under the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor till the revision of its financial mechanism by Beijing. Minister for Planning and Development Ahsan Iqbal confirmed on Monday. According to an official press release issued by National Assembly Secretariat, the minister informed the 25th Parliamentary Committee meeting on CPEC that the Chinese side was reviewing the financial mechanism of these projects and work on them would restart after receiving approval from Beijing. Uproar in National Assembly as government holds back FATA reforms bill. A last-minute decision by the government to once again delay the presentation of the FATA reforms bill on Monday led to uproar. A last-minute decision by the government to once again delay the presentation of the FATA reforms bill on Monday led to uproar in the National Assembly, and opposition members announced a boycott of House proceedings until the much-delayed legislation was introduced. Soon after the question hour, a number of opposition members stood up and lodged a strong protest over the government's move to withdraw the bill from the agenda at the 11th hour. The issue was first highlighted by Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz allied FATA MNA Shahabuddin Khan and later by FATA parliamentary leader Shaji Gul Afridi. Supreme Court bars lower courts from hearing cases on Qatar's Raj Temple. Chief Justice of Pakistan, Justice Saqib Nisar, during Tuesday's proceedings of Qatar's Raj case, barred lower courts from hearing any petitions regarding the ongoing case. Subordinate courts are not authorized to hear any case that is being heard in the Supreme Court. He declared, "I'm instructing all civil judges not to admit any case regarding the temple. We are only issuing a verbal order right now." Last month, the Supreme Court had taken suo motu notice of the Qatar's Raj case, which is being heard by a 3-member bench headed by Chief Justice of Pakistan, on the basis of media reports that the temple complex pond was drying up because cement factories nearby were drawing a large amount of water through a number of subsoil wells, severely reducing the water table in the general area. Musharraf urges Pakistan to back UAE, Saudi Arabia against Qatar. Former President retired General Pervez Musharraf continues to make headlines with his outspoken views. At 74, the former army chief, who lives with his mother and wife in a tastefully decorated apartment in downtown Dubai, still displays the toughness associated with a soldier. He runs his own political party, the All Pakistan Muslim League, and is facing several court cases. Musharraf criticized the Pakistan government for not siding with the anti-terror quartet ATQ, comprising Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Egypt and Bahrain against Qatar. "I am shocked at how the Pakistan government dealt with the Qatar crisis. Qatar was never with Pakistan and we witnessed this many a time." Divestment of Roosevelt Hotel ruled out. Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi chaired a meeting regarding the affairs related to the Roosevelt Hotel in New York at the Prime Minister's office on Monday. Aviation Division Secretary briefed the meeting about the financial condition of the hotel and reducing scale of return on the investment. Prime Minister Abbasi said the government considered the Roosevelt Hotel an important historical building owned by the state and that its divestment was not an option. He said that apart from being a valuable property, the hotel carried cultural significance of Pakistan. Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi chaired a meeting regarding the affairs related to Roosevelt Hotel in New York at the Prime Minister's office on Monday. Aviation Division Secretary briefed the meeting about the financial conditions of the hotel and the reducing scale of return on the investment. Prime Minister Abbasi said the government considered the Roosevelt Hotel an important historical building owned by the state and that its divestment was not an option. He said that apart from being a valuable property, the hotel carried cultural significance for Pakistan. The Prime Minister directed the aviation division to submit a business plan to improve the income stream of the hotel by either alternate or mixed use of development. Putin orders partial Russian troop withdrawal from Syria. Russian President Vladimir Putin arrived in Ankara on Monday for the last leg of a frantic day-long diplomatic dash, during which he made his first visit to Syria and ordered the partial withdrawal of Russia's troops from the war-torn country. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan met Putin at his presidential complex in Ankara for a closed-door meeting. This is the 8th face-to-face meeting between Putin and Erdogan this year, a sign of the intensity of a relationship that had hit rock bottom on November 2015 when Turkey shot down a Russian warplane over Syria. Russia urges India to line up behind China's Belt and Road Initiative. Russia threw its weight behind China's massive Belt and Road plan to build trade and transport links across Asia and beyond, suggesting to India on Monday that it find a way to work with Beijing on the signature project. India is strongly opposed to an economic corridor that China is building in Pakistan that runs through disputed Kashmir as part of the Belt and Road Initiative. India was the only country that stayed away from a May summit hosted by Chinese President Xi Jinping to promote the plan to build railways, ports, and power grids in a modern-day recreation of the Silk Road. Rahul Gandhi inevitable heir to India's Congress dynasty. He has never held public office, once likened power to poison, and saw his politician father and grandmother assassinated. Now Rahul Gandhi is set to take over as leader of the party that has ruled India for much of its history. The 47-year-old's nomination as president of the Congress party follows years of speculations that he would succeed his mother in the role he has been prepared for since birth. On Monday, party workers cheered as senior Congress leader Mullapally Ramachandran announced that Rahul, who stood for election unopposed, would be the next president of the party his family has led for generations. European Union rebuffs Netanyahu call to follow US on Jerusalem. The European Union's diplomatic chief on Monday bluntly rejected Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's suggestion that Europe would follow the US in recognizing Jerusalem as the Jewish state's capital, saying there would be no change to its stance on the holy city. Netanyahu said the controversial announcement by US President Donald Trump, which prompted diplomatic alarm and street protests across the Islamic world, had put facts squarely on the table. Terror bomber strikes New York subway, 3 hurt. A man detonated a pipe bomb strapped to his body in a crowded New York subway passageway during the morning rush hour on Monday, injuring 3 people, putting the city again on edge just 6 weeks after a deadly truck attack. New York Mayor Bill de Blasio called the bombing an attempted terrorist attack and identified the 27-year-old suspect who suffered serious injuries. The blast took place in the subway station at the Port Authority bus terminal not far from the city's iconic Times Square, sparking commuter panic and travel disruptions. Sports. Pakistan will approve any future tours program of the ICC only after the dispute between Pakistan and India on the resumption of their bilateral series or any compensation for not resuming it is resolved by the world governing body. Pakistan Cricket Board Chairman Najm Sethi has said, "We informed the ICC in the last chief executives meeting held earlier this month that PCB will not agree to the next FTP only once the ICC resolves Pakistan's dispute with India, which did not honor the MOU signed between the two countries in 2014 for resuming their bilateral series." Weather. More rain, thunderstorm with snowfall over the hills with few hailstorm is expected at scattered places in Upper KP, Malakand, Hazara, Peshawar, Kohat divisions, Upper Fatah, Upper Punjab, Rawalpindi, Lahore, Gujranwala, Sargodha divisions, Islamabad, Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan, whereas cold weather in Sindh and Balochistan. Foggy conditions are likely over plain areas of Punjab and Upper Sindh during morning hours. Please subscribe to HumSub.TV and hit the notification icon on the screen to get the latest updates of our channel. Thank you for watching HumSub.TV.